welcome in. It has been so long since I've actually streamed from my home setup that I'm hoping everything goes well. This is going to be a bit different than the average offensively accurate stream episode. We're going to be a little bit outside of news. So curious to see who stops in and who comes in for this, because it's been so long since I have ran a stream like this, and this is going to be a different one too. But with that, let me know if there's any issues on your guys' end, audio-wise, anything. Leave them in the comments if you see this afterwards. I'm hoping that I turned the monetization off as well. That was going to be my goal. That way nobody gets interrupted in the meantime. So hopefully this goes well. So with that being said, we do have a couple scary videos that I was going to watch as a Christian. Instead of giving the typical normal reaction, I figured I would kind of deem whether it was fake or demonic. And that would be kind of our purview as we watch through some of these videos. So to start off, and let me go ahead and switch it here for you guys. To start off, I have from King Frostmare. This is the scariest videos of demonic entities caught #2. So this will be the first one that we are going to be reacting to. And I'm going to make sure that my audio is going to be appropriate as well. And make sure it's at the right spot. But let's go ahead and let's get started, and let's see if any of this is truly terrifying or if it's just kind of fake garbage, if you will. But let's get it started.
Hello guys, time for some more demonic encounters that you can simply not watch alone. The following video was shared by a security guard who was patrolling a construction site with nobody else on the premises at the time.
Appreciate it.
Everything seemed completely normal until they checked the security cameras and realized that something else was appearing on the tapes.
Why is it's moving so weird? Is it not just his shadow? Or maybe not. Okay, that's a little
Look
freaky.
At the speed at which
I can't lie.
separation was
That's a little
approaching
freaky,
the
man.
As the guard reaches the left side of the screen, the shadow turns around.
That's what it looks like, right? It looks like a little shadow is following him. And then it disappears into nothing.
Seems to be morphing and disappears again into thin air. Those who have seen this video believe that it was a demon that was perhaps trapped and maybe even trying to attack the night guard.
I don't know. What do you guys think? To me, it's like the footage is so bad. Like, right, like this. It was recorded with a potato.
Sure
like, I really can't take anything away from it. I don't know, not buying that one too much, to be honest.
The following was shared by a user who claims to work the night shift inside a funeral.
And one thing I will say is I've seen so many of these staged, TikTok scary ones. So I'm hoping we don't get a bunch of those that are clearly, fake and over the top. But I guess we'll see.
Home. Apparently, he was showing the coffins off to one of his colleagues on the phone when strange things happened. Let's see.
Y las urnas, no sé si la pinche una mí. Dejo. A la verga, qué pedo. A ver, aguanta, güey. ¿Qué pedo con esta madre? Ah, vete a la verga, güey.
Oh, of course it's in a foreign language. I will say, I get really turned away when I see the crosses in this stuff, especially when they start messing with them or they flip them upside down.
¿Esta maestra está bien? Es pura mamada, güey. Pues como te iba diciendo, güey, pinches ataúdes bien vergueados nos dan, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, creo que se ve algo de sola vez.
We can see how that door slams shut by
Looks
itself.
like a shadow?
The man goes to check if perhaps somebody else was in the building. But he realized that he was totally alone. As he returns to the main area again, the door
Minecraft.
seems to close again. As he decides to walk back once more to look for the origins of these noises, he can capture a strange black shadow on camera.
¿Esta maestra está bien?
Okay, I mean, come on. You could easily just sit there and say, hey, like, I'll wait for you to make sure you get through the door, right? There's probably a second person back there who just went behind there and he's like, oh man, it's locked. But it's like, it's not actually locked.
Es pura mamada, güey. Pues como te iba diciendo, güey, pinches ataúdes bien vergueados nos dan, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, creo que se ve algo.
I don't know how well you guys can see that, but right here, there's like something there. It looks just like a person bent over or something. I don't know.
That's
Fake.
when the recording
Fake.
ends. But based on the reports, the man ran out of the building shortly after, as he was certain that this was paranormal related. Could it be?
Is it like a real person even voicing this, or is this like an AI channel? Because that sounded like it was a voice automated TTS there. Not buying it. Also, hey, what's up, guys? Let's see. We got America First in here. What's up, brother? Okay, I've not bought any of these so
Now
far.
to a recent investigation conducted by the team of Fourth Wall. They were investigating a new house in which something terrifying had unfolded. A man called Shin had bought an old derelict house. The house had been left vacant for a long time, and it was uninhabitable in its current condition, so he decided to renovate it. Shin lived a few hours away from this house, and would sometimes pass by it on his days off. One night he passed by the house and saw someone there. Thinking that the construction workers were working late into the night, Shin went inside the house to thank them. However, the house was locked, and no one was inside. On another day, when Shin passed by the house, he saw people there again. This is the video he took at the time.
誰かいますか？すいません。
Nah, it's immediately no for me.
He heard a noise from the second floor, and when he turned around, he heard something coming.
I don't know. I guess the reaction was believable, right? You hear something, you immediately dip out. Versus some of these people are like, "Oh no, let me get like a bigger, a better shot of this." I don't know. You guys tell me, what's like the scariest noise to you? Like for me personally, it's hearing like the knocking on the door, especially like in horror games and stuff too. You know, like the scary voices and whispers is one thing, but it's so real when you hear like a knocking. And man, I have a crazy instance where I used to do a lot of recording for like musical stuff, like on the back end with like audio. And there was one beat that one of these guys was working with that I was looking through, and it has like knocking on like both sides of your headphones. Oh, that had me shook so bad. Because when it happened, I took the headphones off multiple times, and I'm like, I'm checking the door. And I'm like, and then eventually went over to my roommate and I was like, bro, like, what do you keep knocking on my door? And he's like, what are you talking about? And then I realized it was the beat. It was the knocking on the door was the part of the beat. It freaked me out so bad. And also, by the way, I don't have YouTube Premium, so fair warning, we might get some ads. Probably are going to get some ads. So, I'm poor. Don't get mad at me.
Down the stairs. He then was about to go to the second floor when he heard a voice right next to his ear. Shin contacted the team of Fourth Wall to then conduct an investigation.
Hey, what's up, Jamie?
They had a camera recording from outside at the time, and it captured an unnatural shadow.
Oh, interesting. I see that. Could that not just be like a light impression, right? Let me go back a little bit. Like right up here, maybe, possibly. I get it's freaky. But again, really kind of nothing compared to like the rest of the house. It's probably why they had to blur it out because it's so hard to see.
Several other of their cameras were filming strange phenomena as well.
I mean, that's just like a freaky place to live in. I mean, period. I mean, what is this, right? I mean, I guess everything kind of looks bad. On CCTV, like night vision footage, right? In the black and white, kind of everything looks freaky. Also, Titan says that he lives in a warehouse, so there's always loud, weird noises. So I used to live in an old barn, not an old barn. My family used to own an old barn that I'd go in pretty often. And at nighttime, dude, it was terrifying because it's all metal. So especially with like it's changing temperatures, what it recently did, you would hear that creaking, like dun 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 dun. But really, it's just the metal kind of knocking because it's changing shape. Either way, though, terrifying, right? Oh, what's up, Chris? Nice to see you in here, brother. That is pretty weird. But isn't that just considered like artifacting, right? It's having trouble displaying.
It looks like a person walking. The team came across a lot of unsettling events, and you are invited to check the original footage out yourself on the Fourth Wall.
See, I just don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. Especially because like I do video editing all the time. You know how easy it is to like mask somebody out, silhouette them, fade their opacity all the way down to like 1 or 2%, and then like overlay it in a spot where it looks like they're walking parallel ground. I've done. Yeah, this is gonna be probably hard to be bamboozled by something that's like terrifying on this, to be quite honest with you. But again, to me, fake. I think all of them we've seen 3 or 4 of them now. Fake, 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 fake. Every single one. Oh, big thank you, Chris. I just saw that. Okay, here we go. A demon.
The following was shared by a woman who states that for several nights she noticed something strange, a bizarre visitor appearing in her home after dark. She couldn't explain what it was or why it was there, but one thing was certain: it left her feeling absolutely terrified.
It's back. It keeps peeking in here on me. Oh my goodness gracious, what the... Ain't nobody in the other room.
Oh. Hey. Yo, what is that? Dude, what is that? It looks like a gorilla. Well, it looks like something else, but I ain't gonna say. That's crazy. What is that? I'm gonna go back. I want to watch this again, actually, because I've not seen this video before.
Ain't nobody in the other room.
I mean, do you think that it looks a little bit different? I mean, probably because of the phone camera capturing like the eyesight. I know certain animals have different ways their eyes reflect on that, but still, like the head shape doesn't look like a cat to me. Maybe it's a dog, right? It's like a dog, or maybe like a baby lamb or something. Like, I don't know. What is this thing? It looks like it's got a humanoid face. Almost like a fish. Like it almost looks like a fish, right? Like a face of a fish there. You think that's what it is? A snout, like a dog. I think so too. What's up, Elmo? I don't know. That's terrifying. A donkey. It's terrifying, man. Like what am I looking at right here? And here's another one for you. Do you guys have windows on your doors? To me, like I hate having windows, like especially big ones, because I don't like, people looking in, let alone I don't like at nighttime looking out, especially like in the neighborhood. But do you guys have windows on your doors? Because to me, that stuff is, if you catch like an odd glance at a certain time and you look and you see it, you're like, oh, whoa, did I look at something? And no, it's like a holiday decoration, like just like moving in the wind. It gets me all the time. Yeah. No, that's better, actually. I think you're right. I think whoever said a dog, was that you, Chris? It looks like that's what it is, right? The under of the snout there, where, it's probably got some white, the pepper underneath on the black there, or the salt, I should say. But it's the way it looks and the way the eyes are reflecting with the camera got to be terrifying. I'm curious if the lady recording it was like looking at it through her phone too, which probably makes it look a bit more ridiculous than staring at it in real life. So fake, but also scary. And like at the same time.
Whatever it was enough to make her question her safety in her own home.
I don't know if I like he keeps doing this like weird
think it might have been
infrared filter.
Maybe the neighborhood kids were trying
the
to scare
chupacabra.
her.
Is that what you said, House? A
Others believe
chupacabra. She almost sounds like someone with Alzheimer's that doesn't remember having a dog. That's true too. That's actually, that might be the accurate take of the night.
Something truly out of the ordinary was happening. Perhaps a visitor from another world or dimension. Unfortunately, we don't have much more information about what exactly the woman experienced. This lack of details
She's
makes it
probably pissing
hard to
herself.
figure out what might have really been going on. What we do know is that, whatever happened, it was a really frightening experience for her.
Yeah, would I walk up to the door? I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you walk up to the door or you blasting? I might just blast from where I'm at. Dude, I don't know what this is. Hopefully it's not a starving, person from another country. I don't know if I would. I might just blast. Or if I'm feeling, a little frisky, I might run up to it, then I might run away very quickly after the fact. I don't know, that's just terrifying.
Two friends in Thailand decided to have an exciting sleepover at one of their family's houses. This wasn't just any house, it was close to a dark forest, which can make things feel extra mysterious at night. The girls were having a great time, laughing and talking with their online friends through a live video stream. But then
Move the
something
paragraphs of
unexpected
gibberish.
happened.
How many women does it take to shut two sliding doors?
Right after they closed the front door, they heard a strange noise. It was so loud and scary that even the dogs in the house started barking and acting worried. After a little while, the knocking stopped. The girls probably hoped whatever it was had gone away.
Yung pinto ba yan? Aray! Umiyak ka, gaga. Ako na ano sa'yo. Guys, di kami makaano yung paa ko. Gaga, huwag kang umiyak. Huwag kang umiyak. Walang may gustong lumapit. Gaga yung kaba ko. Ay, putang ina mo.
I'm sorry, like I don't buy it. That's so weak. I'm like, this is one of these other one, these TikTok ones where it's like, bro, you're pointing the camera at the ground. Like someone could probably be off camera, like throwing a blanket on the fan or something. Like, I don't buy it. Who said that earlier? Was it Elmo? Like it's an animal? Because they mentioned at the beginning of this one that they live next to a forest. Like it probably was maybe some kind of larger animal. Maybe it's like an anteater or something. Just walked up, dogs probably smell it, start barking. Like, I don't know. Fake and gay, fake.
But later
Let's get
that
some good
night,
ones, man.
the
Let's get some good ones
activity
going. I should have vetted these a bit
All
more
of a
before I
sudden,
watched them.
the door opened by itself, and when they looked, there was nothing there. No person, no animal, just an empty doorway leading into the dark night. This video left a lot of people wondering what could have happened. Some thought maybe there was something from the forest that the girls couldn't see. It's hard to know for sure what really went on that.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, verdict on that last one, completely fake. That one sucked compared to some of the other ones. The first one kind of sucked too, but I don't know. Chris says some guy trying to scare him so he can comfort them and be the hero. Yeah, whatever it was, like, yeah, I'm not buying it. Oh, we got Tix in here too as well. Yeah, good looks. Everybody who's in here. Tix had a secret stream. I let people know in the Discord before I was going to do something like this. Although I planned on doing it a couple of days ago. Sorry it took me so long to get around to it, but appreciate everybody being here.
One night, a train enthusiast decided to film an oncoming train from an unusually close vantage point. While his choice was risky,
He's Indian. It's the only
just
reason he's
inches
standing
away
that
from
close.
the passing train. What he captured afterward was even more startling. As the train rushed by, the man's camera continued rolling. In the moments following the train's passage, something unexpected appeared on the tracks. The Appalachian Mountains, where this incident took place, are known for their folklore about strange creatures. Could this video have captured one of these legendary beings?
I mean, okay. Like, that just looks like a guy with a backpack. Like, obviously it's dark out. Looks like he's just got like a white, like maybe like a white or a pink or a yellow backpack. And he was just waiting for the train to cross so he could get to the other side. This one's not scary either.
Or something paranormal even.
A hobo. Dude, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like it's normal for him, man. But like the guy obviously was probably scared seeing a random guy by himself out there.
A family's home security camera captured an unusual and scary event on the street outside their house. The video starts by showing a normal street scene with a parked car. Suddenly, a woman appears in the frame. She looks frightened, as if she's just seen something really scary in the distance.
All right, that's okay. That's actually, yeah, I'd speed up inside too if I saw something like that.
The woman rushes into her house, clearly trying to get away from whatever scares her. Just a few moments later, something very strange comes into view. It's hard to believe what the camera
Okay, that is a little terrifying, bro. What is that? Her walk in the beginning made me think like she had to go take a number 2. Like that's the walk that I do. Do you guys speed up or slow down when you need to pinch one off? Cause sometimes it's like if I go faster, it's gonna force it out of me. And sometimes if I go slower, it might you gotta walk the line. You know, how much can I risk? How much time do I have before the dam is broken?
recorded. The video shows a figure that looks partly like a person, but also partly like an animal. It has legs.
See, but it's doing that thing I said earlier, right? Where it's like it's phasing in and out of certain things. Where like if you take like a mask or whatever, right, and you reduce the opacity of it, make it very transparent, and then you also silhouette it, which is mean to make it monotone, like one color, and then make it white or black like this one. You can easily just add different things. That could be somebody in a suit from a whole different video. It's like it's hard to buy these things. And also too, what, it just like nonchalantly walking down the road.
Trying to get away from
like it didn't want to attack this lady.
Just a few moments later, something very strange comes into view. It's hard to believe what the camera recorded. The video shows a figure that looks partly like a person, but also partly like an animal. It has legs that are bent in an odd way, and at the end of its legs, there seem to be hooves instead of feet.
That's actually super creepy.
Many people who watched the video feel confused and a bit scared. Some of the neighbors and people who saw the video online thought it might be a creature from stories they've heard. They wondered
but it's like
if
I can
it could
see
be
halfway
something
through it
called
on
a
different parts
nahal
there.
or a skinwalker. In some
Want to know the secret of
see guys, I knew it. I knew it's gonna happen.
Not just social.
I knew it. I knew it. Everybody shame me for being poor. F in the chat. Pay your respects for me being poor.
can change their shape from human to animal. Lots of people who watched the video left comments saying they've seen similar strange things in their own lives. It's really hard to know for sure what the camera actually recorded.
What is up, Liquefier? Brother, I feel like I only ever see you on live streams. Nice to see you in here, man. Just let it rip. Depends on how far along it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like in certain scenarios, it's like I might make it if I speed it up. And then other scenarios, it's like I gotta waddle like a penguin, a newborn penguin, man. I don't know if I'm gonna make it there.
A group of friends decided to have an adventure in the woods one evening. They're excited about spending time together in nature, telling stories around a campfire, and enjoying the peaceful night air. But then, things start to get a bit spooky. One of the guys decides to walk away from the safety of the firelight. He's looking for another
Is this the
friend
Blair Witch
who seems
Project?
to have wandered off.
Alexis? Shit. Alexis? Alexis?
As he walks deeper into the dark woods, the camera shows us something strange. There's a fenced-off area that they didn't expect to find in the middle of the forest. Even weirder, they spot someone sitting inside this area all alone.
Okay.
I don't... Guys.
Alexis.
Hey, stop. No.
Okay.
Suddenly, something really scary happens. The video cuts off abruptly, leaving us with a final, frightening image of what looks like a disfigured person or some kind of creature. Now this leaves us with a lot of questions.
Bro, what is that? What? The human spider? This is Spider-Man in real life? Okay, this one is probably the most realistic of everything I've seen so far. Like, if I saw that, I'm gone. I'm sorry. I mean, I've been with my wife and kids. It's a bit different story, but man, if we're just friends, you better know I'm probably faster than you. You gotta get to the gym because I'm gone. Dude, it's creepy, man. I don't know what this is. And it looks like it's so disfigured, right? Clearly 2 arms there. And it doesn't look like an artifact frame either. Like it looks like this guy legitimately has 4 arms. That's creepy, dude. I know somebody said ad block for YouTube, and I did. I used to actually have it. But the job that I'm working at now, they have a lot of it's online, and some of the ad blockers actually interfere with what I do for work. So I had to like disable all of them, and it's just a pain turning everything on and back off again. But yes, good looks. One day I'll be rich enough to afford YouTube Premium. I promise you. It's my promise to you guys. I promise you. Okay. All right. Let's see the rest of this one.
What exactly did they see? Was this all just a big prank that the friends planned to scare each other? It's hard to know for sure.
Isn't that what they're saying? Is they saying like this chick went off by herself and they're trying to find her? That's like the reason why. I mean, I'm curious to know more about this, man. That one by far the most real.
A man living alone in England.
And maybe it's demonic just by proxy of like he's clearly disfigured, right? And there was definitely mentions of individuals being very heavily disfigured in the Bible too. And then you also have that through line, right, with like the Nephilim too. Maybe there are things out here that still existed from way, 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 way long ago. Again, not a theologian, but of all the ones I've seen so far, that one definitely had the most kind of demonic feel to it. But again, how much can you say? How much of this is a TikTok stunt? And they got it ready and prepared, and some guy got prosthetic arms, put them underneath them, and got naked. There you go. There's a video right there. I don't know.
Recently shared a chilling video that he claims captures paranormal activity in his home. Since moving in, he's experienced a series of unexplainable events, but one night, things took a particularly frightening turn.
Physically running down the stairs at me. And that kind of stuff happens all the time now. And
guys, this is what I look like when I stream.
the hell?
I'm not trying to be mean to that guy.
As he was trying to sleep, strange noises startled him awake. Gathering his courage, he got up to investigate, camera in hand. What he recorded next left him shaking with fear.
Don't worry about that. That was my air freshener going off automatically. 8 minutes. Bargain.
There's always kids' toys, man. Always.
Nah, mate. Nah. Nope. I am moving out.
The video shows the kitchen door suddenly slamming shut on its own. Unsettling as this was, what happened next was even more terrifying.
Okay, if I was to describe something suddenly slamming shut, I definitely wouldn't be saying to describe this instance right here. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. My door moves on its own right here. I don't get freaked out by it. Half the time I'm like, probably the AC or some vent moving along like that. And there's always the kids' toys, man. Like, where's this guy's children? But there's kids' toys in this room. It adds to like that creepy effect. Yeah, the streaming forehead. Yeah. That's why I have my bald protector to shield you guys from seeing my massive 5 head. I actually wear it before every stream just so you guys aren't insulted by the baldness. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get copyright for an ad. For an ad, dude.
Move again. Can you make anything move?
Without warning, a chair in the room violently scraped across the floor, as if pushed by an invisible force. The man's reaction is audible. This experience was so disturbing that the man fled his home in the middle of the night, vowing never to return.
It felt like he moved before the chair did, right? And when you get the blurry camera footage and I can't see nothing, how easy is it to tie some fishing line to your ankle or something? Then you yank it and you're like, oh no, I'm terrified. Also, again, the kids' toys, man, it makes everything a little bit more freaky.
The following encounter
Yeah,
had
Casper
been
better
shared
pay
by a
some rent.
security guard who was patrolling an old mall complex at the time and recording his thoughts about the many ghost stories that locals tell about this area of town. And it didn't take long until his stroll turned into a pretty eerie night of strangeness.
Would you guys go to an abandoned house or warehouse or factory or prison? I don't think I would probably ever do it alone, unless I was getting like really paid for it. But if I went with a group of guys who I knew I could at least halfway trust, I'd probably do it just to see what happened, just to kind of test it out, just a little bit, just to see what's out there. But what about you guys? What would you guys do?
That effect. Guys, is it coming to burn or not? Guys, it smells burn. It smells burn. I don't know if... You don't tell me. They say the legend that there are children who play till the afternoon on the web. Yes. At the garden casino that is under a fire and people died. Nothing. What is that?
It starts to move by itself.
Out of the way, Ron.
Is it a god or is it a cat? Is it a goblin? What does that tell me, Duty?
We already smelled sulfur and burnt smell for that.
I mean, bro, it's probably just a lost animal. If this thing's like abandoned or whatever, and no one's been in it or not taking care of it, like, of course there's going to be something, probably like even like a raccoon or something in there. I don't know where it said this was recorded at, so who knows what kind of animals they could have there. I would have like tried to have gotten a little bit closer to it, honestly. Like, that's not too scaring to me. As I could tell, it's like a doll or a kid or something.
Take off the fence, man. What the heck is that? Today
This one's just not that scary. See, Chris said his days of messing with demons are done, and then House said they used to sneak into places and drink when you guys were teens all the time. I actually had a friend who I was a coworker with for a long time, and he had a friend suffer an extremely critical, and I can't remember what it was exactly at this point, but I think he fractured his back in 3 different spots because they were in the second story of an abandoned building, and they were trying to record and make content, and apparently they didn't vet the second floor at all. One of the guys takes a couple steps, falls right through, and then lands on a bunch of like concrete rebar that was in the first floor underneath. Because this house had been abandoned and broken down for maybe like 30, 40 years. This thing is, I mean, it's super old. I remember him telling me that because he almost so partially fell through too. So he's got like this massive scar up his leg from like a nail like caught it like in his inner thigh too. Like, yeah, first floor scary buildings only.
I approach and she think I'm going to record something.
Oh, I missed one. Looks like we got rolling here. So that his wife had an encounter that caused her to leave the house she was renting and literally never return. She left all her stuff too, said never again. Yeah, that's when you know it's real. That's when you know it's like, even if it was like, say, maybe like a noise or an animal, you at least got scared to the point where it's like, you're not messing around with it. Like, I ain't taking no chances. I don't care what I left at that house.
What the heck is that? It's here walking, dude. It's here walking. It's here walking. Are you messing with me? Who the hell is messing with me? That's why, honestly, I don't normally like people. And these shitty stuffed toys too.
Okay, that's a little creepy. That looked like a doll sitting up there.
What happened? Guys, the phone turned off.
Thank you.
A small
Okay,
creature
that's so
was spotted
fake.
at the end of one of the hallways, and then, just before the recording ended, you could also capture a strange-looking face.
I didn't see that. Shoot, go back. Okay. I saw this. That's what I thought he was looking at. I mean, that looks like a little doll, like propped up on the stairway. Also, crazy how dark it is in there too, right? Like he goes, because he walks towards the exit and it's daylight outside. I'm like, wait a minute, like it's during the day. I was wondering, how do you catch yourself by yourself? Like, I'm just going to go record inside this abandoned mall. Like, great content, man, but couldn't be me.
Thank you.
A small creature was caught at the end of one of the hallways, and then, just before the recording ended, you could also capture a strange-looking face. Makes him believe that something paranormal happened here that night. Is this possible?
Creepy face.
This is an older home video that was shared by a family, which shows a mother and her 2 kids. And while it's not the best of quality, what's really eerie about it is an object that was popping up behind the glass door in the background.
Is it not just like a little kid? Because seconds before it looked like some lady just walked behind there on the balcony. Oh, dude, that okay. That's
for a few seconds before the camera then zooms in. The family thinks that this was probably an evil spirit.
okay. That face, that grotesque face, that's terrifying. Even if it was a kid, I'd be like, oh, like, like, don't do that, Jimmy, get out of here. But right before that, a lady like walked back there behind it. I mean, I don't know, dude, that is terrifying. It could just be a kid being dumb, right? Just making faces in the mirror or whatever, or like mushing his face up to the window.
And they had nightmares many weeks after this incident. They never found out what exactly happened that night, though. What do you believe? This was posted by Gabriel, and he states that he and his girlfriend had moved into a new home in Canada. Apparently, the new residence is supposed to be haunted, and the old tenants had moved out after only living there for a few months.
Okay, I'm just watching my stupid TV show. And I heard like some kind of sobbing, so like I can hear right now.
That looks like an old MacBook Pro.
Residence is supposed to be haunted.
I'm just watching.
No, it's a Dell. Man, what was your guys' first laptop? I started off with a Mac and then I had to relearn everything when I went to Windows. Windows is like the superior one now, especially for like video games and content and all that.
My stupid TV show. And I heard like some kind of sobbing, so like I can hear right now crying. I thought it was the neighbors, but it's been going on for like about, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes. I can barely walk. It's coming from downstairs.
Just do it. Just do it. Turn the corner.
Not gonna go.
This is painful. Just turn the camera.
It sounds like it's coming from our room, Gabe. I just think.
Bro, what is going on? One of those doors is about to slam, ain't it?
It is unknown if the couple is still living there, but many people are certain
Okay,
that Gabriel
this one,
has
I'm gonna be
recorded
honest.
demonic noises that
it feels a little realistic just from the way that lady was like begging whoever to come home. Just like the desperation. But at the same time, the way the camera painting though was like, it seems so staged, so like cinematic. Let me look at this very cinematically. But I do agree, right? She's scaring herself more than anything. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think about this one. This one's kind of this one's on the line there. Like this one on the line, and then so is that crazy one in the woods with Spider Guy, like the 14,000 arms.
That night, which might indicate that an evil being is dwelling within these.
Also, what's up with the door here? Does anyone know what that is? Why is the door? Is that like a sliding door? Does it move to the side? Like, what is the purpose of this kind of like sharp edges down here? I have no idea. I'm not a carpenter. But okay, so that was the first one. That was the first one that we were going to watch. I have another one, and I'm going to go ahead and grab it real quick. Make sure I grab the right one.
In this video.
You probably heard that. So this one probably might be a bit more scary. I didn't vet either of these, by the way. I just saw them, and I knew that they weren't popular videos from probably creators who I never heard of before. So I just figured I'd give them a try, just like go to dive into them. But that first one was kind of a dud. I don't know. How do you guys feel about the first one, especially compared to like the Newcomb's Top 5 and some of those other ones? Like they're a lot more scary than what this one is. Maybe it's the guy's voice too. You know, if you narrate it like this.
In the barn, on a scary night, next to the forest.
But we didn't get none of that. We got just like some, I don't know, like some Hispanic TTS sounding AI voice thing. But here's the next one. This is called Scary Comp version 11, 10 Scary Real Demonic Possessions and Exorcism. But again, that last one was, I believe his name was like King Frostmare or whatever. Either way, it's in the description if you wanted to go back to either of those videos. You know, definitely give them a like if you think that they were good content as well. But let's go ahead and let this one rip. This the face of this one by itself is like, how said a accordion door, folding door, pocket door to a closet. Interesting. Okay. Hey, you learn something new every day. I had no idea. Because at first when she was coming down, it looked like a curtain. Because I know some homes, instead of having doors, they have curtains. But then I was like, that's a door. Because that's what I'm assuming. She was like seeing that. I don't know. It seemed odd to me. But okay, here's this. Let's let it rip.
In this video, we will look at 10 scary demonic possessions and exorcisms footage. But before we start, turn off the lights, lock the doors, and stay away from your closet, because now it's fear time.
All right, this better be good, man. We got better narration already.
This video was published by the Simon Woods channel 1 year ago. The video shows a terrifying exorcism, where a woman appears to be possessed by something evil and supernatural.
What's up with her eye?
Είσαι που είσαι ανύπαρκτος. Γιατί σε λένε υποκριτή, ψεύτη, πονηρό, ακάθαρτο. Έτσι είναι. Κάτσε κάτω. Κάτσε κάτω, στο όνομα της Ελλήνης. Κάτσε κάτω. Δες τα χέρια. Έτσι. Δεν άντεξες πια.
Και πού το κάνω, ρε.
Κάτω τα χέρια σου. Κάτω τα χέρια σου και τα μαλάκια μου αν σε πειράζουν.
It will be necessary to blur some images, as the content is sometimes disgusting.
Interesting. The guy like blur it because of YouTube is too graphic or whatever?
Να δουν πως κάνεις τον κόσμο. Πού φτάνουν οι άνθρωποι. Πού φτάνουν οι άνθρωποι. Με τα μάτια να το πεις.
This is actually what my face looks like when I stub my toe, so I really don't like see anything too crazy. Yeah, the demon just wiping my mouth.
15 minutes long, and these are just a few scenes from the case.
She is creepy looking, I'll give her
This is only
that.
part 1. And from what I understand, the part 2 could not be made available. If you want to see the content in full, the link will be in the description, as well as the link to all the videos in this compilation. But
you listen to that narrator.
That it will
Dude,
be
that
quite
narrator's heat,
unpleasant,
man.
so stay only at your own risk. This video was published by the Puma Theman channel 14 years ago. In the video, the supposed devil plays a big game of deception and does not reveal himself for a long time. During a pre-exorcism exam, she begins to exhibit strange behavior and possible signs of possession. As the team prepares for the exorcism ritual, Gina then becomes vile.
I command the spirit of evil to leave now.
We don't want to leave. We don't want Gina.
Faith in Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God.
I was trying to stress to her how important it is. If she really wants help, she has to help us.
Cat.
Command the spirit of evil.
Then all of a sudden, that insidious face changed to where Gina was no longer present. That's what she really wanted.
During the exorcism, she displays
Little
intense
creepy that she
physical
said
resistance
we.
and is tied to a chair.
Right? Did you guys catch that? She's like, we don't want to leave or whatever. Maybe they have some foreknowledge as well, but you know, this is like partly when you get the trans, right? Demons refer to themselves as they and them, right? Like that's pluralistic. Just something to note there as well. But this just seems like it's an old video. Same thing with the last one as well. I have no idea how old these are.
After this, she describes 2 of the 10 different spirits that she claims control her.
The entity started to manifest itself by speaking and revealing who he was.
My name is Minga.
Minga, I command Minga.
Began, it's over.
I'm here.
Gina becomes more composed and is able to describe Zion and Minga, 2 of the 10 different entities she claims are controlling her.
Holy Lord.
It begins.
At a certain point, she begins to become increasingly agitated, which could indicate that the exorcism was having an effect.
That's part of the objection of the demons to leaving.
Sheesh. I mean, that's a good question, Tix. You know, the whole possession thing, right? Like, is that something that you guys even believe in? Right? I know I probably have some varying different, Christian beliefs in here in this chat. Something that I've thought about too, like, or is it just mental illness, or is mental illness just a symptom of someone who has been previously, or is at least well under the, under the influence of something demonic? It's a good question. And it's one that, like, I don't have a solid answer for. That's for sure. I feel like I've definitely seen things that have made me really, really think like it's definitely a possible thing, as Hollywood would have you believe it, right? Full kind of takeover, and it's like the person's going crazy and like their voice changes and such. But at the same time, like, I do kind of agree with Tix on the fact of a lot of it, how much of this is acting, how much of this is somebody just like going the distance because they know it'll be really good content and people will be there to believe it. And again, like, here I am reacting to these videos as well. It's a tough one, right? It's kind of the same way when I look at somebody when they're speaking in tongues. Are you trusting the fact that the Holy Spirit's working through them, or do you think they're just acting, right? There's a little bit of like tough, the barrier to belief is pretty high because so much of what we consume is fake. It's hard to believe it.
It also could be a prelude to levitation, the rising up off the ground. If she weren't being held down, the resistance could be such that she would rise up off the floor and go to the ceiling where nobody could touch her.
Death is your lot, impious one, because you are the prince of cursed homicides, master of the most evil actions, teacher of heretics.
At one point, the exorcist recites the sacred rite of exorcism in order to expel the evil spirits from Gina. The situation enters a critical phase of confrontation, where the entity tries to deceive the exorcists. And if the exorcist does not make sure that it is really Gina who is speaking, the process may fail. A few minutes later, the video remains in a static image, with only the audio to listen to. In summary, it is reported that this exorcism lasted many hours, until it was finally successful. My thoughts are that this video is really scary, easily one of the scariest exorcism videos I've ever seen, and because of that, I'm leaving it in this compilation.
Interesting. That's what I was curious. Like, what's the oversight, right? Especially with something like that. When they're done with it, do they like do regular check-ins? They make sure they're like keeping good progress, or like nothing's happened since? I'm entirely unfamiliar with it, you know, especially as being a Protestant. I know other, you know, with Catholic and some Orthodox, they go out and do these exorcisms. Something to probably look up a little bit more of, especially because if it does bear some kind of like reality to it as well too. Probably something we should know about. Yeah, I'm curious what the process is. House looks like it's sending them to doctors and psychiatrists first before they try the exorcism. That's wild though. I need to look into more into this.
This video was published by the channel Bob Larson, The Real Exorcist. According to the short description of the video, this man, named Chris, had been possessed by a demon 12 generations earlier, and this video shows in full how the exorcism happened.
I want to just receive love from them, but I receive love from Christ, and that's all that matters to me now.
Amen. You got that, Satan? You got that?
He's mine. He's mine.
Really?
Mine. He's always been mine.
Always.
Always.
From the time he was born?
Since the time he was born.
Boy, Daddy. You're not about to leave, huh?
No.
Does he want you?
No, he don't.
Well, then I don't think you can stay.
Chris seems to suffer greatly from being possessed, understandably. In a brief pause, Bob tries to comfort the man, and after that, he resumes the exorcism again.
Okay. That one, I don't know. That guy's face was pretty wild to me. I don't know. But again, how much of it's acting, right? And then what the caption on this is Bob Larson, the real exorcist. Like, okay. Like, okay.
Your name?
Beelzebub.
You've been hiding in that little child. You've been hiding in that child. Who's there with you, Beelzebub? Who's there with you? Who's there with you?
Jezebel!
Who else? Who else besides Jezebel? Who else? Wrong. You got some good
Chris appears to calm down but remains possessed, and Bob asks questions of the spirit within him.
Do any of you have any more reason you can stay?
Yeah, not buying it.
What is it?
Not buying it.
Not to the Holy Spirit. What is it?
How much do you have to be paid to do something like this?
12.
Who murdered 12 generations ago?
His great-grandfather murdered millions.
How?
War.
Say, I renounce.
I renounce.
The ancestry of the Romans.
The ancestry of the Romans. You said Romans.
The murder.
The murder.
Of 12 generations ago.
Of 12 generations ago.
I put that murder under the blood of Christ.
I put that murder under the blood of Christ.
And I renounce that curse.
And I renounce that curse.
Christ is
At first,
king.
it seems that the possession is finally over, but later on, this proves to be far from the truth.
Say it like you mean it. Got no more right.
I have no more right.
To this child of God.
To this child of God.
To we all. Say we all.
We all.
Receive.
Receive.
The judgment.
The judgment.
Of Almighty God.
Of Almighty God.
We all go.
We all go.
Now.
To the pit.
I can't. Yeah, okay. Bro, I can't.
Apparently,
that is so fake. You had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, that's aggressively fake.
Apparently, the man managed to be exorcised in the end, but this is something we cannot say with precision. Now, what did you think of this exorcism? Leave it in the comments.
I think it was trash.
This video was published by the Dude Power Base channel 12 years ago. This case happened in Sergipe, Brazil. On video, a man exhibits strange behaviors and frightening sounds, and an exorcist explains that they were there to prove that this was not a psychiatric problem, but something paranormal. The exorcism begins.
Oh Deus, Pai Todo-Poderoso, que quer salvar todo ser humano que esteja conosco. Bendito seja Deus que escolheu a boca de Cristo. Que o Senhor esteja convosco e está no meio de nós. Que a expressão da água benta, Deus onipotente, da sua bênção.
Bro.
Quem é você?
Fake. Fake. This one's fake, dude. We're not even gonna waste any more time on that one. That's so fake. Yeah, would they release a recording of a real exorcism? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, if you guys do have an example of what you think a real exorcism is, or one that you can remember off the top of your head, definitely put it in the chat. I'll check it out.
This video was published by the channel Jonathan Savot 9 ago. According to this person, on January 22nd, 2015, I went to visit my girlfriend in a hospital in Paris. A woman was lying on her bed next to her and began to roar and speak in a devilish voice. I was no longer filming when she or it started to get up and wanted to kill a person sitting next to her. 5 nurses came to stop her and we were asked to quickly leave the room. We have no idea what happened next, but 2 hours later, as we sat in the waiting room, waiting for the doctor to go over my girlfriend's papers, we heard the woman's devilish voice once again. She was saying that she wanted to kill us all. I was skeptical about things related to demonic possession, but it was until that day.
Pas très bien entendu.
Do not redeem, Sarah. I need a $50 gift card.
Bonsoir, Cindy. Je vais contacter le milieu. C'est quoi ton film préféré? Espèce de fils de pute. Je connais pas. Bon, maintenant, je me déperdirai.
I can't even see her mouth moving on this one.
These final lines seem to indicate that
I see it
whatever
there.
was speaking at that moment had actually possessed that woman's body. Furthermore, it refers to itself in the plural, as if it were a demonic legion.
Sheesh. That one at least wasn't overtly
by the Mystery
fake.
House channel 5 years ago, entitled "The Devil Spoke in a Woman's Body During the Church Service." The video shows a person giving a sermon where a woman presents peculiar behavior. Although the video is in Russian, what I could understand when using a transcription tool is that the preacher was talking about an imminent and catastrophic event, probably some prophecy. He criticizes humanity for clinging to material goods and leaving spiritual values aside. And it is in this context that a supposed demon possesses the woman and manifests himself.
gonna give her a good smack. Dude, the priest seems like he didn't even care. The church father's like, oh my gosh, Susan, you do this every week. You're not possessed. Like he's just like walking around. Everyone else isn't paying attention to her either. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a crazy person.
Как это вразумить? Как вразумить неразумных? Слушайте!
The video is truly disturbing. And if you are interested in seeing the full video after watching this compilation, the link will be in the description.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, man, I'm a little disappointed in this one. I'm probably never gonna finish it, to be honest with you, because they all suck. And they all seem fake. I mean, this is like the most replayed part, so I guess we'll do this last one here. Let me go back a little bit. I guess I'll start this last one. It seems number 9. No, right here, number 10. Let me grab it here. Gosh, I could not click. Okay, let's try this one out. I'll do the last one here. Maybe it'll be halfway believable.
This video was published by a YouTube channel 15 years ago. In the video, a man tries to convert a possessing spirit to Islam and at the same time exorcise it. The exorcist, or the person conducting the conversion, addresses a spirit called Idris, who is possessing the Muslim woman. The exorcist asks Idris to pay attention and listen to the preaching about Allah, then guides Idris in the Islamic profession of faith, Shahada, declaring belief in Allah as the only God and Muhammad as his messenger. After this declaration, Idris is accepted into Islam and is asked to promise that he will no longer harm humans.
Aku bersaksi bahwa tidak ada Tuhan yang disembah kecuali Allah. Dan aku bersaksi bahwa Muhammad utusan Allah. Wahai Idrus, kamu sekarang sudah Islam. Kamu mau ubah nama atau nama kamu yang semula Idrus? Idrus. Idrus saja? Idrus. Idrus saja? Oke. Kamu sekarang sudah Islam. Wahai Idrus yang baik hati, sekarang kamu satu agama dengan saya. Maka
this makes me think a couple of things. Yeah, obviously, yeah, the Islam aspect. Like, yeah, you're switching from one demon to another. But it makes me think, he said, like, what, 15 years ago? I guess how prominent would be like faking videos be 15 years ago, and even in a foreign country at that. How long ago would that be? 2010? Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, people were probably still faking videos around there as well. I don't know. And this one seems like this similar, right? Like that same kind of voice.
Itu kamu tidak boleh sekali-kali menyakiti manusia lagi. Boleh? Kamu berjanji dan kamu tidak akan masuk lagi. Oke, kamu balik ya. Kamu balik ke alam kamu dan kamu jangan sekali-kali mengganggu manusia, siapapun dia. Saya berjanji.
Saya janji.
Tidak akan masuk lagi ke tubuh manusia.
Idris agrees not to re-enter the human body and
I don't know, man. I have a hard time buying that one for sure. Also, it's nice to see you, King. He said you got to get our times in coordination. Yeah, you did, brother, because I'm about to be done. I don't know, man. I'm going to pick something different. I thought the demonic exorcisms would have been a cool one to go with. I guess now I know. Because they all seem the same. They're like all identical to each other. It's all like that same kind of voice. It's hard to buy it. You know, not like anything too scary is going on. That first video I liked better, to be honest. But again, that video, I'll put it on screen again. What is it? Scary comp from Fear Time. So if you like what you saw there from this guy, give this guy a shout out. It's only got like 9,000 subscribers, but this video looks like it took off for him. Yeah, But definitely go and support the smaller guys. That's where I try to pull from. So obviously couldn't vet these videos nearly as well. But huge shout out to everybody for being here. Thanks everybody for being here. Is there anything that you guys want me to look up related to exorcisms and stuff before I log off, essentially? I will say I did put a video out about Jordan Peterson earlier today. I wanted to go a little bit harder on that kind of Christian things. If you haven't seen that, that is on my channel. I uploaded that around like 7:30 earlier today. So check that out if you've not seen it. And obviously critique me always. Let me know what you want me to see, that's different, or change what I'm doing, right? Anything like that. Cult stuff is always fascinating. That's an interesting one. I can definitely always do that. We can react to some of the cult stuff. I know there's been some pretty prominent ones, especially here in America as well. Maybe we can find some good like documentary or compilations like that we put together. Most of the better ones are the stories from the real exorcists. Maybe so. Maybe one that's a bit more narrated. Put some words on screen that might be a bit better for a poll there. But it's a good trial run, I guess, right? Wanted to do something different. Want to kind of shape up the channel so it's not all extremely serious tone as well. I figured if I ever wanted to expand as like a streamer or creator, I'm probably going to have to dabble in a few other elements as well, just to prop myself up. But again, as always, man, a massive thank you to you guys. You guys being here in chat obviously makes this so much more fun to be, to do. I wouldn't have nearly so much fun, reacting to me, myself, and I. So thank you very much. Yeah, and definitely that's what the Discord is for too. There is a section in our Discord that says topics, so before outlines as well. I've pulled a couple of things from House and Titan, and added it to our show for our outline for when we actually do prepare. But you can also tag me by myself if you think it'd be good, like scary content. This might be like the new niche I try to pick up alongside what I'm doing as well. So with that, thank you very much for everybody being here. It looks like I disconnected for a little bit. Hopefully it stays back. But with that, I will see you guys throughout the week. Make sure you check in tomorrow on the Jar Opener podcast. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I'm not doing OnlyFans sticks. That's funny. But yes, as always, Christ is King. Looks like the power of Christ was so strong here. We didn't even really see an exorcism. I did think about comedy reactions too. Maybe I'll just have a blanket kind of fun stream and I'll just react to things in general. And maybe I'll just start adding that to the repertoire of video content you guys see from me. And also pardon the look too as well. I didn't shower until literally like right before I streamed. I just didn't want to like have to get ready or anything too. And so King is asking if is 5 Tuesdays a normal time for this live. I'm not sure what time zone you're in. I try to make most of my content anywhere from like 7 p.m. and afterwards because I know most people might be working or otherwise. So just check in on that. And as always, turn on the notification bell, set it to all. That way, if you do ever, you ever see a pop-up, you can click on it, I'll be making content and I'll be there. But yeah, with that, Christ is King. Appreciate everybody for being here. This is a blast. It's probably the most I've seen my chat move in quite a while. But again, tag me and topic submissions in the Discord. You can find the link if you're not in there already. It is in the description, as well as the links to the 2 other videos that we did watch and hear. But I'll see you guys next time, and I'll probably see most of you guys tomorrow. But with that, take care. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you.